Lock in. We're gonna talk about season 9. I'm gonna bring up my opinions. I'm gonna talk about what I think is good, what I think is bad. Do I think it's yay? Do I think it's boo? You know, it's complicated. I'll just discuss everything new. I'll discuss what works, what doesn't work. I've played quite a few hours by now. I've played like 8 hours a day. I have a good idea of what's happening. I've been reading up on people's opinions too. Some people hate it. Some people don't like it at all. Some people love it. First thing we need to start with are the new team ups. The way they work is basically, if you have missed it, you pick a character, for example BP, and then you pick a team up, and then you have that team up activated all the time. So BP always has this ability with Storm. If you have Storm, it gets upgraded. It has a new effect, and then you can pick a different team up if you wish, and you can frolic around. You know, you don't need to play the team up that is available on your team. Like the upgraded Storm one, you can always choose a different one. So every character has 2 team ups. Some characters have, you know, more than 2 team ups, but it's not really the case. Some people are like, oh, it's 2 team ups, for example, with Hulk and Wolverine. The upgraded version allows you to grab Wolverine, so Wolverine kind of has his previous team up. It is basically that, but he also has his own team up that he can choose and have fully upgraded. But the way this is supposed to work, and it is worded, and the way it's implemented is that Wolverine has his own team up, and then Hulk has his other team up with Wolverine, which, you know, it's 2 separate team ups. You know, it's not Wolverine having 3 team ups or 2 team ups. It's Hulk having his, Wolverine having his. Okay, that out of the way. It's a good system, you know. I've played around with it. I have played around quite a bit. A lot of us have played around with it. I think a lot of people seem pretty happy with it. I think it's a good system. I think it's a fun system. I'm glad we got this wonderful system in game because I think it's fun. I think team ups are a very good part of the game. They're a very crucial part of the game. They're a very important part of the game. I think adding 2 team ups to every character is very good instead of adding new team ups every season, where it's kind of like, oh, let me add a new team up because we need to add a new team up, and then we need to remove team ups for these characters, and then we add some other team ups, and then this character loses an anchor, so this character needs to get buffs, and then this character gets anchor, so this guy needs to get some nerfs. And then it was messy. Okay, it was messy every season. It was really messy. We didn't really get high quality team ups. We mostly got slop. You know, we got Adam farting team up. What other really bad team ups we got? We got Adam farting. Planet X-Spouse was pretty bad for the longest time. It was really boring most of the time as well. Like, a lot of the team ups that we got, the newer ones, were just like so bad, so boring, so uninspired. Daredevil Punisher. What was Daredevil Punisher as well? Like, I don't even remember what it was, right? Like, balancing it was a mess. So I'm really happy they decided to scrap it. And they decided to make the system anew. I'm really happy with every character having 2 team ups because you can pick and choose which team up you want in a situation. But the issue is, it doesn't always happen. You don't always get to choose which team up you want to have because some team ups are clearly better than other team ups. My favorite example here is Invis team up is a lot better than Gamma team up. There's no point in you running Gamma team up, right? There's no point in you ever using it. And the reason why you don't use Gamma team up is pretty simple. It's because when you have this Invis shield team up, you have 1000 HP shield. You have a pull on your E. Your E is 6 seconds cooldown. You have no fall off. You gain shields when you press it, and then if you have Gamma, what happens is, realistically, the idea is this is supposed to be more aggressive, but it's overall just worse. The issue here is that, yes, you have more energy, yes, you don't build anti-heal, but you have 150 less shields. You have 2 seconds more on your E. Even if you have more energy overall, it's kind of like whatever, because you can bust less. And the issue also here is that you have fall off on your E, and finally you don't gain shields and you don't CC people. So what is the point of me ever running this team up when I can just be running the base Invis team up? Another example of really bad team up, it's a messy team up, is Magneto. So Mag by himself with a base team up for Scarlet Witch is pretty good. It's a good team up, makes him quite good. The reason why it makes him quite good is, for example, if I have to reload, I run out of bullets, I can, you know, hit my left click, right click, left click. I can use my team up without wasting any time. A lot of damage. A lot of damage across the map. You are dealing quite a bit, you know. You can secure kills. It has no range. It's really fast. It saves you time from when you're reloading. You can keep fighting. The cooldown's low. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's a really good team up. This projectile is really good. The damage is really good. The attack speed is really good. It's strong. The issue arises when you have Scarlet on your team. So this team up instantly becomes horrendous unless people are missing something. The moment you have Scarlet on your team, the upgraded version doesn't make sense. The reason why the upgraded version doesn't make sense is because the upgraded version changes your right click fundamentally. It no longer is a boop, and it's not always full charge. You need to charge it up, which takes time. So your base combo of left click, right click, left click does not exist anymore when you have Scarlet Witch on your team. I left click, hold right click, and left click again. So what's the point, right? You lose the knockback. You lose the loot stun that confirms your left click, your second left click. You can't even hit your right click as consistently because you need to charge it. And the base damage isn't that crazy. Like, it's higher damage, but of course, but like, what is the point? Right? So this team up right here, it makes your base kit worse. It makes no sense that it's in the kit. You can't choose not to have it. You lose your knockback, right? So a lot of the time, if you have Scarlet in your team, God forbid, you don't want to run this team up anymore. I just saw lighting. You heard, maybe you can hear. I don't know if you saw, yes, it's the end in general, but if you have Wanda in your team, you kind of don't want to be running the mag team up with her purely because of this. Now, maybe it's good. People don't understand the real value of it, but right now the general consensus is that it's not that good. You can use the lower charges. You don't have to fully charge every time, but again, you're losing a big combo here. So yeah, some team ups are just bad. Some characters just have bad team ups. Rocket Raccoon has an interesting team up as well, where it's kind of like, it's interesting because this team up makes no sense, right? So this team up, the idea is you can do damage and heal at the same time, but you kind of lose your damage from your right click and your left click, and your right click kind of like, you can still use it, but why wouldn't you just use your right click instead of using this? I guess they gain shields, but it's weird. What I would like to see with the team ups, even though I really like them, I think they're yay. There are some weak links on the team ups, but the system is great, right? Like, I gave you some examples. There's too many examples. What I would like to see from Double G is definitely fixing the balancing between some characters' team ups, right? I find some characters just have a very imbalanced scale of which team up you should use. It always is one team up that you want to use. I would really like to see team ups get stronger whenever you have the corresponding character instead of weaker or the same level. It makes it a lot more fun to play around with your team by picking the according character instead of just frolicking, you know what I mean? So in the case of Mag, definitely fix the Scarlet upgraded version. That's really bad. Some characters just have bad team ups, full stop. I personally find Devil Dinosaur's team ups really underwhelming. I think both of his team ups are just really messy. I think compared to the power level of everything else, I feel like his team ups are lacking, right? His guns, they just aren't that crazy in terms of damage. They're okay, you know. His upgraded version is just Punisher riding you, which is whatever. The healing stream is whatever, you know, like, you can heal now, but it's nothing crazy. I find it underwhelming. So I feel like bringing other characters up to the same level as some of the other team ups would be great. Like, we have some crazy team ups. Obviously we have BP being like an absolute terrorist right now. We have Invis Fire Shield, which is so good. We have Gambit Mag, which is so good. Mantis team up, really strong, right? Star-Lord Res, you know. So some characters you have absolutely tier team-ups, and then you have, you know, Dinosaur and Rocket and some other boring stuff. Scarlet has really boring team-ups, right? So bringing some other characters up to speed to the same level as everybody else would be great, because in a system where everybody has 2 team-ups, it's kind of important for the team-ups to be good and really strong on every character. Otherwise, it kind of loses, you know, its wow factor. There's no point. It's a big nerf if your team-up is bad now, basically. It's a big nerf. You're losing 20% power. You know, like, your team-ups being bad it makes your character just horrible. Nothing burger team-ups need to be changed. You need to definitely make them stronger. I would rather have them be much stronger and then nerf them than having them just be there for the sake of being there. I like chaotic stuff. I like goofy stuff. I really enjoy some of the things they have added. And in that sense, you know, like, some team-ups need to be buffed, but some team-ups need to be nerfed, okay? Some team-ups definitely need to be nerfed. I think Star-Lord team-up with Adam needs to be destructible. This is indestructible, by the way. This needs to be destructible. I don't know why this is not destructible. This is insane to me. So this, you can recall to it and gives you a second life. You know, you don't even have Adam on your team, and it's insane, right? I think nerfing Rogue team up would be really good, because they nerfed her so hard in her base kit that she becomes unplayable without her team up, which we kind of solved last season, and it's kind of sad to see. So I would really like to see Rogue getting her power back. I know why she got hit with such a big health nerf. It's not worth it, you know, like this, the team up is cool and stuff, but like, it just doesn't feel fun as a tank player to play a character that gets destroyed. 575 HP is insane. I'll be honest, the BP thing is really out there in terms of balancing, right? Like, this is really strong. So the mark on the storm mark with BP is crazy, right? Like, you can do some crazy dashes, you can do some crazy right clicks, you can just one-shot people. I uploaded a reel about it. I think they should definitely do something about how fast the Markiplier on this Markiplier, or maybe you can move it to have it like the mark be applicable only if you have storm or something else. I don't know. Like, this seems just a little bit less fun if you are a 250 HP support, because you just get one shot, right? Like, another thing about this meta right now is that some characters are so OP by themselves and they're such strong anchors. Like Hela, for example. Hela has 4 team-ups she activates, right? So if we pick Hela here, she is the anchor for 4 team-ups. That is insane. Like, straight up insane. Having one character be an anchor for 4 team-ups, 4 really good team-ups, makes it so this character by themselves brings so much value to the table, right? Also, Hela is just good, and Hela has really good team-ups, right? So, the Squids team-up on Hela, plus the fact that she has so many team-ups that she anchors, makes her so good. Another character like that is surprisingly Gambit. Welcome back, my boy. So Gambit over here, we might as well, right? Gambit has 4 team-ups he anchors, 4 really good team-ups that he anchors. And the thing is, he has good team-ups as well. His team-up is really strong with Mag. He anchors 4. The Deadpool one is whatever. You have Wolverine, which is good, Rogue is good, and then this one is good. Then they buffed Gambit, right? They buffed Gambit this season, and Gambit was already really good. So what is happening right now is the fact that Gambit is in permaban jail all over again, right? We'll see in pro play how good Gambit is. They haven't really hit him with big nerfs or anything. They actually just buffed him. So if you haven't seen the patch notes, Gambit got buffed when he already was getting banned. Now, you can make the point in case that his neutral kit is bad. Mayhaps, I disagree. But it doesn't matter if his neutral is bad if his ult is so strong, right? So I suggest, like I have suggested for a while now, I pretty please ask of Guang, please nerf his ult and buff his base kit, okay? People want to play the Gambit. Gambit is a cool character. Nerf his ult. Nuke his ult. Make him into a proper character. Gambit players can't play him. Nobody can play him. All you do is you build ult. All you do is you farm your ult, heal bot, and then play the game based on that. His ult is too aggressive. Why is his ult good? It has 50 million effects. It has a cleanse, allows aggressive gameplay. And on paper, it's good, but it's too good, okay? It's not a circle of healing, but it makes the game too unplayable if one team has Gambit, the other team doesn't have Gambit. Yes, the character is not as good on lower elo, but in lower elo, we have Iron Man being a terrorist to the point where Guang has nerfed him twice in 3 days. Please, I beg of you, Guang, hear me out here. This is important, I beg. Please, please, please change this character. I beg, please. We are tired of banning Gambit. We are tired of playing Gambit. We are tired of playing against Gambit. People want to enjoy this character, okay? Thank you. And speaking of balance, can I ask, why did we nerf Iron Man 3 million times, okay? Now, I know people are like, oh, he's really OP in lower ranks, but like, hear me out here, guys, okay? We haven't had any time to play this character. Guang and the team told us, hey, this character is really strong because of the new team-ups. We're nerfing him preemptively. Okay, Guang, we hear you. They nerf his base damage. They nerf his base kit. 1 day passes. 1 day! And they nerf him again. They nerf his Thor team-up so that the damage of his upgraded armor overdrive beam is the same as the unupgraded damage that it was before, if that makes sense. Right now, it does 85 damage per second upgraded, and it was doing 84 before the nerfs unupgraded. The unupgraded is 70 something damage per second. Why? Iron Man has been F tier for a year and a half. I know that Ignite, we had Iron Man being played one time and won one game, but I feel like there's bigger fish to fry, okay? This character, I like Iron Man as a character. I like his ult. I wish he was more playable. You keep nerfing him for no reason, and you keep buffing Phoenix and Cyclops, right? Which is okay, because sure, maybe Cyclops and Phoenix were weak, but Cyclops and Phoenix have been meta. Cyclops has been meta since release. Sure, you can make a good point of, wait, Cyclops, we should buff him to make him playable. He's only been meta for a month, sure. But Phoenix has been meta since release. She finally became more balanced last season and not as playable. I don't know if the new changes changed that, but we instantly buff her for no reason, okay? So, I don't understand that logic. It's okay for some characters to be bad for a little bit and some other characters to be better, okay? I'm just afraid that Phoenix is going to be meta again. And speaking of all of this balance, hotfix is really cool that they instantly released it, and they hotfixed some really problematic stuff like Psylocke and the BP bug. But some of their decision making is asinine, right? Phoenix, as I said, getting buffed so early is kind of stupid. Iron Man getting nerfed is stupid. Gambit getting buffed is stupid. Jubilee, Aramori has spoken about it. Guang didn't even give a chance for Jubilee to breathe before buffing her, which was the issue with White Fox. White Fox instantly got buffed and became from a very balanced, fun character into a more annoying character that people don't enjoy. Or like White Fox just became more annoying to play against when she was a fun, high skill ceiling character. Now, I'm not a support player, I'm just repeating what other people say. And finally, may I ask, why did we do this? They nerfed Ultron, right? They nerfed one of his team-ups. And the thing is, like, this team-up that they nerfed, I didn't find it problematic. But before, basically how this team-up always works, has worked since like the release of the season, is everybody gets a drone. They nerfed the healing of these drones by quite a bit, and now they can't out-heal the shots of the bots, which makes these drones horrible. They last for 2 seconds with a 20-second cooldown. So why did we shoot Ultron in the head? Why did we shoot Iron Man in the head? I don't understand why we shoot these characters just because they might be strong, and then we leave other characters to be strong for so long, right? It's okay if the meta is a little bit different. Triple support is good, but like, I at no point have thought to myself, Ultron is ruining my fun. This team up is too oppressive. Like, it's just a random shooting in a barrel. Like, you might catch the fish, but sometimes you might catch a person. Black Widow players are rioting about Widow rework. It's an interesting topic because I don't play Black Widow. If people think Black Widow is ruined and unplayable and they've killed the character, so be it. If you're a Black Widow main, I'm not gonna protest. I will say this though, Black Widow needed a rework and I firmly believe that she needed a rework, maybe a different rework, And the reason why you need to rework Black Widow is because Black Widow as a character was not healthy. Having a character have the ability of one-shotting at any point with a Mantis damage boost or rocket damage boost is unhealthy, and we've seen that being played in Overwatch. I've seen that for years, okay? In a hero shooter, it is not fun when one character can one-shot across the map. That's why Black Widow was never playable, because they were scared of buffing her and making the game really cancerous to play. They have played Overwatch, the developers have played Overwatch, they know how the game looks like when you have one-shot characters just delete you from across the map. Not fun. If you want to have that kind of gameplay, you can play Valorant, right? Now, I understand some people like the niche idea of the character being played only by really good players that manage to squeeze out as much value as possible. But at the end of the day, I think the rework was needed. Maybe not this rework in particular, maybe it could have been different, but this always repeats, right? It always repeats in any game whatsoever. A character is problematic, they rework the character, people cry. Then months later, people forget about it and they still play the character, okay? Or swap to something else. It was the same with Doomfist in Overwatch. It was the same with League reworks. League had a bunch of reworks. All Jeff, I remember people were crying that Jeff got killed because they reworked him, which was the most stupid take ever. Jeff was still super OP. I'm so happy they reworked Jeff. Jeff was so annoying back in the day. But some characters are problematic and some characters need to be reworked because they screwed up, right? And we'll see later down the line how Black Widow performs and what she does. But like, I'll be honest, I personally would like to play a little bit more Black Widow now instead of having her being the face of throwing. We'll see, you know, like, we'll see how good she is. Maybe in pro play we see Black Widow being played, who knows. Triple support is still super OP, but I'll give credit where credit is due. You have to know that Mantis is now a playable character in double support, which is really cool. You can play Mantis in double support. That's really cool. I'm really happy with that. I think Mantis is like one of the best supports in the game by far. You don't have to play her in triple support. She is playable in 2-2-2 with the new team up, and I like that. I like that the new team ups provide the ability for you to change your playstyle to adapt to what your team needs. If you need a teammate like Mantis that provides less healing because you're playing free supports, you can choose the Adam resting, or you can play the Star-Lord when you need more healing. You know, this is good. This is yay. I'm really happy about this. This is the point of this new perk system. It's really good. I'm really happy to see Mantis being playable in double support. It's very good. It's very nice. It always sucked to play Mantis and you could only play her in triple support, right? Triple support, I'm not gonna talk much about it. Still needs like some changes. It's so oppressive to play triple support, even more so than before because all the triple support characters got buffed. I think triple support is stronger than ever. There's nothing stopping you from just playing third support and just frolicking around, right? You know, making this character more playable in double support is definitely good. The most beautiful thing we have in the game right now that needs to be changed, I'm sorry to say, we have this new team up with Luna. So this new team up with Luna, it's not a bug. People say it's a bug. It's not a bug. You can cleanse yourself from any stun. While you're stunned, you can cleanse yourself. So this is an industry plan team up that's so annoying. I hate abilities like this. So I'm waiting to get froze and then I can cleanse myself. Yeah, I got hit there a couple of times, but you saw me getting cleansed there, right? So me having a team up that allows me to get out of jail for free every single time I get hit by a stun like this is crazy. I have hit strange ults on Luna this season that got cleansed. I've hit abilities that should have never been cleansed the way they have been. The issue here is you are cleansing the ability, you're using an ability while you're already stunned, and that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That should not be a thing. Keep the team up, keep the cleanse. You should not be able to cleanse when you're stunned. That makes no sense because there's no counterplay, right? It's imagine Kiriko in Overwatch being able to Suzu herself instantly the moment she gets stunned by a Rhine Shatter. You can do it preemptively, which is an outplay because you've thought about it, you reacted. But the moment you're stunned and you should die. That's the truth. You have been outplayed by the enemy. You're mispositioned. They outplayed you, outmaneuvered you. You misuse your cooldowns. You should be punished and the enemy should be rewarded. This is the same way it works for Black Cat, but you don't see it that often. But this should be nerfed. This is one of my top nerfs for the next balance patch. This needs to go. It's bad. Does Cloak Freeze work the same way? The difference is that Cloak is unable to use her abilities. Luna gets un-CC the moment she gets stunned and can move around and kill you. Cloak is stuck in an animation where she can't do anything. It's very different. Also, I'm pretty sure this Luna damage boost doesn't work. It's just a visual glitch that they need to fix, right? So this is bad. Moving on from Luna, we have to talk about Jubilee. Jubilee is an interesting character. What do you think about Jubilee? I don't think she's that crazy. I will say so. I will say that like I like her orbs mechanic. The only issue I have with Jubilation as somebody who plays against her is the visual clutter. The visual clutter is insane. The moment this character becomes meta will be the most annoying season in Rivals. I'm telling you this. The moment this character becomes hard meta and you play against her every single game, you will explode. Jubilation is cool character to play, horrible character to play against. You get an orb exploded on you, you're blinded. Everything's purple. There's fireworks everywhere. You have this big ass orb effect, then you have 2 orbs flying around. Then you have her ult, you're getting booped around. Like, this is the most annoying thing to play against, by the way, as a tank. You're just getting booped around. Then you have orbs just flying, then doing whatever. Then you have fireworks, and you're like, where am I, bro? Where am I? Where am I? What's happening? Who am I? It's like having a wild party, you know? I just woke up being drunk. Please tone down the visual clutter, bro. Like, this is a larger issue that's kind of concentrated on Jubilation. The visual clutter in this game is insane. Unplayable sometimes with the amount of shit's happening on the screen. Make it an option for me to reduce visual clutter. Or just reduce visual clutter full stop. I don't need this. Nobody likes this. Overwatch had a big issue with visual clutter that they kind of have been trying to fix. And they kind of got a lot better. Rivals needs to do the same thing, okay? I know flashing colors is great. I know. It's like jingling keys in front of players, but players will one day get tired of the keys jingling in front of them, okay? Flashing colors do not keep the attention of the players that long, okay? People get tired eventually. Balance-wise for this character, I think she's cool. Interesting to play, very unique. Susceptible to dive, which is okay. Some characters should be okay, should be bad against dive. I think her shift is a little bit weak from what I've played her. But if you want a more detailed idea of how good Jubilation is, you probably should check out Aramori or Desley or a support player. I don't really play her that often. But what I've read or seen from pros, it's like Jubilation isn't too crazy right now. I definitely believe that there's better supports to be played. We'll see in Ignite if this character gets played more often. Other than that, I don't think she is that oppressive. Except the visual clutter is quite oppressive, yeah. Her damage is okay. This blinding effect is okay. We'll see. It's too early of the season. It's too early. I think Season 9 is pretty fun. I did critique some stuff. Team-ups are good. Balance changes definitely need to happen soon. And they need to be proper balance changes. So we can like shake up the meta a little bit. And some team-ups need to be kind of reworked, or not reworked, but changed up a bit, buffed, nerfed. Visual clutter change, and then definitely some characters need their arms removed and legs, okay? But yeah, appreciate you guys. That's the end of this Chungus video.